The story of the lost key. In the quaint village of Al-Madinah, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived an old locksmith named Ibrahim. His shop, filled with glistening locks and intricate keys, was the heart of the village. Ibrahim was known not just for his exceptional skill but also for his warm, wise demeanor. He had lived in Al-Madinah all his life and was deeply loved by the community. One fine morning, Ibrahim was busy at his workbench, meticulously crafting a new set of keys for the town's mayor, Mr. Hassan. The mayor's house, a grand old mansion at the edge of the village, had recently undergone renovations, and Ibrahim was tasked with making new keys for its many doors. As Ibrahim worked, a young girl named Amina entered the shop. Amina was known for her curiosity and bright spirit. At 12 years old, she was always eager to learn and explore. Today, she had come with a small pouch in her hand. "Good morning, Ibrahim," she greeted him cheerfully. "I need your help with something." Ibrahim looked up from his work, wiping his hands on his apron. "Good morning, Amina. What can I do for you today?" Amina's face was filled with concern. "I lost the key to my grandmother's old chest. It's very important to her. She keeps all her precious memories in it, and I need to find the key." Ibrahim nodded understandingly. "I see. Losing a key can be quite troubling, especially when it holds sentimental value. Let me help you with that. Can you tell me more about the chest?" Amina nodded enthusiastically. "It's an old wooden chest with beautiful carvings. It was given to her by her mother, and it's been in our family for generations. I remember last seeing the key on the table in the living room, but now it's gone." Ibrahim gestured for Amina to sit at a nearby stool. "Let's start by thinking about where you might have seen the key last. Did anything unusual happen around the time it went missing?" Amina thought for a moment. "Not really. The only thing I remember is that I was cleaning the living room and might have moved the key while dusting. I looked everywhere, but it's not there." Ibrahim smiled gently. "It sounds like it might be hidden in a place you didn't think to check. Sometimes keys end up in the most unexpected places. Let's retrace your steps together." Amina and Ibrahim decided to start at the living room where Amina had last seen the key. The room was a cozy space with vintage furniture and family portraits on the walls. Ibrahim began inspecting the usual spots where a key might fall or be misplaced: under the sofa cushions, inside the drawers, and behind the furniture. As they searched, Ibrahim shared stories about the various keys and locks he had encountered over the years. He spoke of ancient locks with mysterious mechanisms and keys that had been lost and found in the most surprising ways. Amina listened intently, finding comfort in Ibrahim's stories. After a thorough search of the living room, Ibrahim and Amina decided to check the rest of the house. They moved on to the kitchen, where Amina remembered putting away some cleaning supplies. They checked the cupboards and under the appliances, but the key was still nowhere to be found. Next, they explored the bedroom. Amina opened the drawers and examined the closet, while Ibrahim carefully looked through every nook and cranny. They even checked under the bed and behind the curtains. Feeling a bit discouraged but determined to help Amina, Ibrahim suggested they take a break and have some tea. As they sat in the kitchen, sipping tea and reflecting on their search, Ibrahim shared another story with Amina. "Once, I was called to help a man who had lost a very old and precious key," Ibrahim began. "He had searched his entire house without success. After a few days of looking, he came to me for help. I told him to sit quietly and think deeply about where he had last seen the key. He realized that he had put the key in a book for safekeeping and had forgotten about it. Sometimes our minds play tricks on us, And we forget the simplest things. Amina listened thoughtfully. Maybe I put the key somewhere and forgot about it, she mused. Ibrahim nodded. It's possible. Sometimes, retracing our steps and reflecting on our actions can help us remember where we left things. Let's think about any other places you might have been. Amina thought hard. I remember I went to the park with my friends last week. I might have put the key in my bag and then forgot about it. With renewed hope, Ibrahim and Amina decided to visit the park. The park was a lovely place, with tall trees, blooming flowers, and a small pond in the center. They walked through the park, checking benches and playground equipment where Amina might have sat or played. They approached the park's large oak tree, where Amina remembered resting with her friends. Amina checked her bag and pockets, but the key wasn't there. Ibrahim suggested they check the area around the tree and the nearby benches. As they searched, Ibrahim noticed a small, ornate box hidden under some fallen leaves near the tree. He carefully picked it up and dusted it off. The box was intricately carved with patterns resembling those on Amina's grandmother's chest. Amina's eyes widened with excitement. That's just like the carvings on the chest. Ibrahim opened the box gently, and to their amazement, they found an old key inside. It was tarnished but had the same intricate design as Amina's grandmother's chest. They both stared at the key, astonished. This must be it, Amina exclaimed, her face glowing with joy. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Ibrahim smiled warmly. I'm glad we found it. Sometimes the things we seek are closer than we think, and a little patience and persistence can lead us to them. Amina took the key and thanked Ibrahim once more before heading home with a spring in her step. As she walked, she thought about how important it was to stay hopeful and keep searching, even when things seemed difficult. That evening, Amina's grandmother was overjoyed to see the key. She embraced Amina tightly and thanked Ibrahim for his help. They all gathered around the old chest as Amina unlocked it. Inside, they found a collection of cherished family heirlooms, old photographs, letters and keepsakes from generations past. The chest held not just objects but memories that connected Amina to her family's history. As they looked through the items, Amina's grandmother shared stories about each piece, enriching Amina's understanding of her heritage. Ibrahim returned to his shop that night, feeling content. He reflected on the day's events and realized how fulfilling it was to help others find what they had lost. His work was not just about repairing locks and making keys. It was about preserving the stories and connections that made each item special. As he closed his shop and prepared to head home, Ibrahim thought about the lesson from the day. Sometimes, finding what we've lost requires patience, reflection, and the support of those around us. And often, the journey of searching can lead us to appreciate what we have even more. The next morning, the village buzzed with the story of Amina's lost key and how Ibrahim had helped her find it. People spoke of Ibrahim's wisdom and kindness, and the locksmith's reputation for being a true friend to the community grew even stronger. Amina's family was grateful for Ibrahim's assistance, and they often shared the story of how the lost key led to a deeper connection with their family history. The key itself became a symbol of hope and perseverance, reminding everyone that sometimes the path to finding something valuable is paved with patience and a little bit of help from friends. In the heart of Al Madinah, amidst the winding streets and charming houses, Ibrahim's shop continued to be a place where people came not just to fix locks and make keys, but to find solutions to their problems, share stories, and receive the gentle wisdom of a kind old locksmith who understood the true value of what it meant to help others. And so, the story of the lost key became a cherished tale in AI Medina, a reminder of the importance of hope, persistence, and the value of community and friendship.